good morning to my Capitanian friends away, guys and girls. This morning we're going to Johan in Te Kuiti. Johan has been living in Te Kuiti. Te Kuiti is on the North Island. Good morning, Johan.
Morning, yeah.
How are you this morning?
Fine yourself.
What is the weather
But
like?
to get up now after a month of lockdown.
Just to lose
I was checking myself on. It's about 7 degrees.
Okay.
Sorry.
We were down to 8 this morning here.
It was about 7 degrees. Okay, but it's not as cold as in South Africa. 7 degrees.
Oh yeah.
It's a bit different. The heat. All the cold.
It's a big difference, eh? Tell me a
It is,
bit
yes.
more about Te Kuiti. Te Kuiti. Sorry, let's get that pronunciation right.
Yeah, Te Kuiti, yeah. Well, it's a small town on the North Island. We're on the. I'm not sure about the direction. We're on the west side of the North Island.
Okay.
About 100 kilometers, 70 kilometers south of Hamilton. So it's where State Highway 3 and State Highway 30 comes together. We are we have 4,000 people in the town. It's a small little town. There's 4,000 people in the town here, and it's we got 5 schools, 4 primary schools and 1 high school. I think the total of the school, the total people in school is about it's about 800 children in school. Yeah.
It's quite small.
What do you want to know more? Okay, we've got on shops. We don't have big shops. We got a New World and a warehouse, and then there's a lot of small little shops and bakeries and.
All right. And I actually went onto the maps to see where you guys are this morning. So, but I see you're just outside of Waitomo Caves.
Yeah, we're 8 kilometers from the cave, from the roundabout where the caves is. So I think about 15 kilometers from the caves. Yes.
Have you done that before?
So there's a lot of tourists. Not at the adventure caves where you do the abseiling and all that stuff. We went to the caves, or there's like a park you can go and a trail you can walk. But we went at the caves with the adventures. You're doing like abseiling. They got abseiling and tube riding and I don't know what. But that was a bit expensive for us because I think it was about $250 a person.
Sure.
And they didn't give discount for locals, so. Yeah, we left that for a bit later. I think it will be cheaper now.
Expensive, eh?
It is, yes, it is. And we asked them if they do discount for locals, and they don't do discount for locals. So if you got to pay $250. Well, there was a special for $210, but it's still too expensive.
Still a lot, yeah. Still a lot. Tell me something. What do you guys do for fun there?
Oh well, there's 1 or 2 trails close to us, but you can walk. But there's not much to do here, so we run and we walk around. But we go to it's very we are very center, so we can go to Hamilton. That's about an hour's drive.
Okay.
The sea is about an hour's drive. The Black Beaches here.
That's right. That's quite interesting. And coffee shops and restaurants, is there any there?
Yeah, there's an eatery, Stokes Eatery, 1 restaurant, and then there's 2 or 3 coffee shops. I think the one is a bit more restaurant coffee shop, and the others are just coffee shops, but not upmarket coffee shops like in South Africa. It's
totally different. I actually found something on the internet. They say it's a town in the north of King Country. What is this King Country all about?
Yeah.
No.
I tried to read about it. There was a war and the king decided something. I'm not sure what, and that was King Country. But it was about the last community that was. It was still a Maori. It was the last community that went over from only Maori community to a normal and it was with the railway going through here. That's the only way they could get they could get into this part because of the railway tracks, laying the tracks, and then it started to become part of the normal New Zealand or whatever.
Okay. It's quite interesting. I actually read a few things here on Island like Rotorua. Rotorua was never linked up to Auckland by road. It was actually linked up through Tauranga by sea to Auckland. I mean, you would have thought that the road
Rotorua.
was quite. So, yeah, it's interesting how this country developed in terms of other countries as well. So, do you know that your?
Yes, it is, and I also. Sorry,
I was going to say, do you know that the population decreased since 2001 in your town?
It did, yes, it did. And even now, there's like houses empty. The one next door to us is empty, and two up the hill, there's houses standing empty. So it is, there's houses empty in the town. But the people don't want to rent; they want to sell it. So that might be the reason as well.
Okay. Why? What's house prices there like rentals?
We pay $340 a week. And it's a 3-bedroom, 1-bathroom, but it's a decent house. Yeah, it's quite decent. Okay. With a lovely garden and yeah.
And then if you have to buy,
if you want to buy a house, there's houses. Yeah, 300,000, 400,000. You get a really decent house for $400,000, guys.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we were so lucky to end up here. I mean. Sorry, Jan?
Sorry, we've got a bit of a lag. It looked between myself and you. I say you don't find those prices anywhere else.
Yeah, it is. We're so lucky to end up here because I nearly got a job in Auckland for about the same salary that I'm getting here, and we were thinking, and everyone was telling you, no, just come here and you'll sort it out from there. But you won't be able to live with with that kind of money in Auckland. With $1,000, one working, you will only get, you won't get by. But yeah, I mean, it's quite different. It's making a lot of a difference. And like the hospital I can see the hospital from my house. It's about 200 meters. The school the school where my son is, the high school, is 200 meters. He walks to school. So you don't even drive around in town. The New World is about 1 kilometer from us. So you can walk. On the afternoon after work, you walk to New World, get your stuff, and walk back if you want to.
All right. Yeah. Life in the small towns of New Zealand. It's always interesting. So the kids, have they adapted well?
Yeah. Well, what happened is my one son, my youngest son, came with us. We came here the 29th of November. So tomorrow it will be a month, it's close to 5 months now. So my youngest son came with. He's in school, year 13, doing year 13. So he's enjoying it very much. And then my middle son, they declined his visa because he was not a dependent child. He's 20, and we got a visa for him about a month and a half ago. So he's here now, but he came a week before lockdown. So he didn't even see the country or could not. Yeah, so he's a bit. We'll see how he adapts when the lockdown's over now. Yeah. All the time's a bit better.
So he was just lucky, basically.
Yeah, he was just lucky. Everything worked for us, The hand of God is in this whole immigration thing. The hand of God is, if I was thinking we must do this tomorrow, it won't happen until a week or a month or 2 months after that. And it's just because it was better. But you didn't realize it at the time. We have a nice church here.
Okay. An Afrikaans church.
I see people is always. I know it's English, but it's very, very nice. Yeah, you always see people asking about churches or whatever. And then they came here and they forgot about it. But we found a nice church. I mean, it's really and good people here.
Oh yeah. There's Afrikaans church in Hamilton if you really want to do the 100 kilometers drive, if you ever. So, but it's interesting.
Yeah, we'll try that one.
Yep. It's interesting that South Africans actually like the life in the small towns here. So,
Yeah, it's very nice. I won't give this up for something else. And it's very central. It's close to. We went to Tauranga once. We went to the on the west coast, the black sand coast sea. It's very lovely. There's that Three Sisters. Is that three rocks in the halfway in this or away in the sea.
Okay.
It's nice. And you know what? Of New Zealand, you only need a tank of petrol and a cool box, and you can go anywhere mostly, and it's not costing you even money. I mean, you can drive and you can park.
That's a fact. I mean, if you can pack some road food or pakos as they call it, then you sort it. I mean, no problems there.
Yes. Yeah, it is.
What
And you
else
can
you tell us
go.
about
We went to well, okay. The town is it's known as a sheep shear capital of the world.
Okay.
There's a muster it's the running of the sheep is a muster they call it a muster. It's every year in April. So we missed it now because of the lockdown this year. It would have been our first, where about 2,000 sheep is running in the streets, and I don't know where they go to and what it's all about. We'll see next year, I hope. And then we have two statues here. It's the one of the shearers shearing a sheep. It's about a 7-meter statue, and then the one of Colin Meads, the rugby legend. There's also one. He's from Te Kuiti, so you can get it. There's a statue of him as well.
Okay. Well, that's
yeah, so
interesting.
it's
I heard a story about Colin Meads, but I've never read anything about his history or so. So, quite interesting story. He actually died about, I think, 6 months or a year ago, something like that.
I'm not sure. I saw on the statue it's 1971, so it's a while back that he was here. And then we had opposite my work. There's also the rugby field. The Kings Country Rugby Club is there. The guy working with me say the year before, whatever the hell, the super rugby match there.
Okay. So probably one day you'll be able to see a super rugby match in Te Kuiti.
I will be able to see it maybe there. Yeah. Yes.
Johan, anything else you want to tell us?
Yeah, like I want to say, we went about.
No, sorry. Just tell us your story.
Now we went to Taranaki one day. I think it was along New Year and we decided to take and explore the island a bit to that side. We wanted to go to New Plymouth, and then we saw Taranaki, the mountain there, and we went to the mountain. And about 6 kilometers from the mountain, on a windy road, there's a gate with a guy sitting there, and he stopped us. And there was one car before us, and then it was us. And then we were sitting there for about 5 minutes, and I went to the guy and asked him, "What's this about?" He said, "No, you must wait. There's too many people on the mountain. As they come down, you can go up. It can take about 40 minutes." And we said, "Okay, no, we'll wait." And we sat there, and after a while we went up. It was our turn to went up, and I was thinking there will be now crowded and lots of people, and I don't think there were even 100 cars there on top of. So it's a bit different in the way they are doing things here. I mean, in South Africa, there would be 7,000 people up there stamping on one another. No, it's very interesting here. So I enjoyed there's about five or six South African families here in the town.
Okay.
2 is retired people, and then, but some of the people are living here and working like in Tauranga, which is 20 kilometers from here. And a lot of people from Bennydale comes here for shopping, and Bennydale and Piu. Bennydale is also about 30 kilometers from here, and Piu is about 20, but they are very small towns. I think Bennydale's got about 50 people and Piu about 200. So it's we are a lot of small towns close to one another. Yeah, and if we want to go to Pack and Save, there's one in Te Kuiti. That's about 40 kilometers. So you can go there. Raglan is about 100 kilometers from here.
Okay.
So everything is very close to us. We are very central here. Did you ever went up to the most northern point? Yeah. Yeah, we went to Raglan here. Okay. We went to Tauranga as well, the beach. To see. I think if I'm correct, Tauranga is about a bit like you're living there. You'll know a bit like Belito.
Oh yeah.
And Raglan a bit like Margaret. Can you see it like that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Definitely. Raglan is black beaches. Not a lot of people understand what black beaches actually mean. Black beaches is the sand. It's like volcanic sand, and the thing is with a black beach, once you set your feet on there, and it's a sunny day, your feet can actually burn. That's how hot those beaches become. It's just
very hot. It's becoming very hot.
Very hot.
I will let my wife put some. My wife will put some photos in the comments of the town.
Okay.
And I can ask her to put one of the black beaches of the black sand as well.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, that sand is.
Restaurants.
The sand is very hot.
Sorry, you said there was restaurants and coffee shops, and what else is there that's different than other places?
Oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Something different is it's mostly like New Zealand is. I mean, this is it's a small New Zealand town. It's very peaceful. And it's the town New Zealand. The word Te Kuiti means what did I say? It means a valley or squeezing in, because the town is like in between the mountains.
Okay.
This is not flat here. If you go for a jog, I mean, we're from Lichtenburg in the Transvaal. If you chase your wife away in Lichtenburg by 1 o'clock, you'll still see her walking 5 o'clock and go and fetch her to come back home. But here you'll lose sight of her very quickly. It's up and down. If you go for a run, we from the flat world, you can run easy there. Yeah, it's up and down the whole time. No, but it's lovely. It's a lovely place. There's old houses. There's in the street. But I think the whole of New Zealand is like that. There's like one new nice house, one old house, one better house. It's very different. It's in the streets here. Like
okay.
Not only the town got suburbs.
I still want to come and do the Waitomo Caves. I haven't done that at all before. I'll just try and get something that's a bit cheaper than the $250. So, but I think once I've done the Waitomo Caves, I'll just pop in and come say hi to you as well.
You must, yeah. You must. You can. There's a part of the caves, or there's a route that you can go on that they don't charge you. I mean, you can see all the glowworms there at night. In the mountains, it looks like thousands of stars in the wall of the. And there's some caves and stuff like that, but you can do nothing. You cannot do the tube ride, and you have to pay for that. Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
That's a case.
We
must do that. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we wanted to do. Well, we will do that. We were just waiting for my son that came in now a month ago, because we didn't want to do that, paying the $250 and then go back and pay it again. So we will do that later this year. But I think it will be cheaper now because of the tourism is dead.
I also think once everything opens, it will probably be, the prices will be coming down a bit. Otherwise, I mean, they won't be able to sustain a business.
Yeah, yes, they will. And we got a lot of hikers. I don't know if you know that of the people walking from the most northern point to the most southern point.
No.
Every year, it's about 2,000 people walking the whole way, from all over the world.
Okay.
And my work, where I work, is on the road. It's on state. They're going from State Highway 3 going to State Highway 30. So they walk past there about in summer, in December, it was about 10 to 20 people a day.
Oh.
Some of them on their own, some in groups, some only their husband and wife. It's taking them 5 months to walk from the most northern point to the most southern point of the island. So they walk South Island and North Island.
Some of them don't have jobs, probably, eh?
No, I don't think so. Some of them do it alone, but it doesn't even look like they're enjoying it. So I don't know why they're doing it. But I mean, with that backpack on and walking the whole day, I think it's not enjoyable. Yeah. But I think you'll clean your head a bit.
But to work for 5 months, that's a long period of time. I mean, you must have funds to do that. I mean, you can't be just.
It is, yes, it is.
Well, for job.
No, you cannot. You cannot. Yeah.
Yeah. I won't be one of those people. So yeah. All right. Perhaps we should sum it up and see what Is there anything you want to tell people about Te Kuiti? Anything that we left out now?
Yeah, not that I can think of. I think that normally people looking at Auckland and there's a whole lot more to New Zealand than Auckland and Hamilton and Wellington and Tauranga.
It is.
I think the smaller towns also have something to give you, and you can give to the smaller towns. I mean, the people is wonderful. It's I don't know the vibe anywhere else in New Zealand, but I mean here it's very nice. The people is very wonderful. Even when we landed here at New World at warehouse, everyone's making your stay as nice as they can.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. Johan, thank you very much. I'm gonna shift you out of the feed now, and then I'll call you later when I'm finished. Thanks a lot, eh?
Okay, thank you, Johan.
Thanks, mate. All right, that was Johan from Te Kuiti. Yeah, as he says, there's a lot more to little towns in New Zealand than just Auckland and Hamilton and Tauranga. So I hope with this that we've highlighted a few of the smaller towns and shown you guys what it's all about in New Zealand. New Zealand's got a heart of its own. A small town is just not a small town. It's just not another small town. It's got a heart of its own. It's a living thing. It absorbs you and takes you places. Some people like it, some people don't like it. So all depending. And I think people coming from the big cities, coming from places like Johannesburg or so, probably will sometimes struggle in the little towns, but they can also be for their own good, because you just get out of the rat race. Auckland is very much in the rat race still. You need to be able to run at pace there just to keep ahead. While Hamilton is slowing down a bit, Tauranga's even slower than that Hamilton. But on these little towns, you can walk there, and time just seems to never go by. It's just one of those beautiful little places. I've seen quite a few of the smaller towns in New Zealand, and there's quite a few that I thought I could even live in. So for me to say that about a small town means a lot. All right, we've still got about 7 minutes left. Sadly, there was a bit of a lagging between myself and Johan there. I'm going to pop back to the main reason why we are where we are. That's the coronavirus. Today is our last day under lockdown. I don't know if they are going to change anything. But by tonight, we are going from level 4 down to level 3. Now, level 3, you're basically allowed to go fishing. You're basically allowed to take your kayak fishing. You're basically allowed to go for a bit longer walks. Allowed to drive a bit more. You can mix your bubbles. And now the bubble, I mean, it's there wherever you're staying. So we have identified 3 or 4 different fins that we are going to mix with. And that's just to keep us all still safe from any viruses out there. So what we are going to do is we'll mix up our bubbles and then try and better life for us. But how long we are going to stay in level 3, we really don't know. Although Jacinda said the other day that we will be reevaluating this in about 2 weeks' time, if I'm right. On the coronavirus side, we went past 206,000 deaths yesterday. This morning we on a 206, 240. Of the nearly 3 million cases, nearly 900,000 has recovered. The death rate still is about 19% on all closed cases. Some of those will be still recovering. America is still adding extremely lot of new deaths in the 2,000 range per day. Spain is just behind Italy at 415 on Italy, Spain 378. But in total, Italy has done just over 26,000 deaths. Spain has done 22,000 deaths, and France also on 22,000 deaths. While the UK is actually moving rapidly into that space as well, on just over 20,000 deaths. So, yeah. So New Zealand has done quite well. We had a lot of old people die. It's sad that anybody had to die. We had 18 of them dead. Yesterday we had 5 new cases. So we have what they call flatten the curve. We have basically gone through a period of time where our new infections was equal to the ones that equal to, in New Zealand, they have got a case and a probable case. So cases where you've tested positive and a probable cases where it looks like you could test positive. So as the probable cases came back, they take them from the total cases. They remove them if they were negative. We went the other day. We had a straight out day. Although we added new cases, we didn't add many more cases because of the probable cases that came back negative. So I see there was a bit of a scare at one of the Te Kuiti camps where they have these hired labor now. It's now kiwi time, so they bring about 200, 300 people and put them on the same little farm, and they pluck the kiwis and they put them. Kiwis is the fruit, not the bird. Okay, so they take the kiwis from the vines and put them in boxes and send them all over the world. So I had a bit of a scare there. They thought there was a coronavirus amongst those, and I see they have tested everybody there. So they've tested everybody, and it came back negative. And I think on a 200 odd different tests that they did there. So, all right, let's see if there's anybody else. Any questions that were asked this morning? Also, we're saying that probably kids won't miss school there with Johan because it's so near to town. Yeah, it would be lovely to live in a little town where your furthest you have to walk is about 1 kilometer. I mean, you can just take a little trolley and go there. I'll probably show you one day my little trolley that I have. I've got a little trolley I bought it. So when we go to the beach, just chuck the stuff in the back. Trolley is a big thing for the Kiwis. They actually put the kids in the back of the trolley and they tow them all around in the suburbs and so on. So, but quite interesting difference of life down here. I think for tomorrow, it looks like it's going to be a nice day like today. Today started off at about 8 degrees Celsius here, and very few clouds in the sky. If I look over towards Mount Maganui, there's one or two longer clouds above the ocean, but that's about that. So I was actually thinking of having a bit of a breakout with lockdown and try and go somewhere else with our broadcast tomorrow morning. So I think our broadcast tomorrow morning, we could probably try and do somewhere out of my own house because we are allowed to go out a bit. We'll try and push the barriers just a tiny bit and see if we can get away with that. So I'll still let you know where I will be tomorrow morning. So from there on, we can probably get the sunrise as well, which is quite beautiful in this area. And tomorrow it looks like it's going to be another lovely fishing day, and we're not allowed, except on our kayaks, we're not allowed to take the boats out. So sadly enough, okay, guys and girls, that's me tomorrow morning from coming somewhere from a beach. I'll tell you where still. And if you need any help with your financial advice, let me know. We're still open. We're still doing insurance. We're still doing life covers. We're still doing wills. Still actually got a lot of wills this morning to do and a few clients to phone, but it's a public holiday here called Anzac Day. So, all right. Thanks a lot. Thanks to Johan for joining us from Te Kuiti. And we'll speak all again tomorrow morning. Same time, same place, or different place. All right. See you all later. Bye-bye.